Hi Cancer, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with your monthly reading for November 2019. We've jazzed up the tarot table for Halloween because I'm doing these readings on Halloween. So just for fun. I know it's a little bit busy, but I like it. So as always, I'm going to encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos. Take the time to watch those throughout the month of November. Also keep in mind that we have a ton of energy in Scorpio, and we are also about to have a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So that's going to run from the 31st of October through, I believe it's the 20th of November. Also, we are using a brand new deck for the monthly reading. We're using Tarot de la Nuit for these messages. So let's get into it. We're doing something a little bit different too. I decided to shake up the layout as well. So we're going to do 2 cards for the energy atmosphere of the month for you. Then we're going to do 3 cards for your relationship to self, and then 3 cards for relationship to other. So let's get into the energy atmosphere of November for you, Cancer. Your first card is the Moon, your planet. Something unknown becomes known, and this is also amplified intuitive gifts. However those present for you, whether you're clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic. You know, as I was just saying, it's a heavy Scorpio time period right now. Water, water, water. And Cancer, you're a water sign, so you're just as amplified as Scorpio at this time with all the water energy. I do highly recommend you check out some of the astrology for the next month and a half, so that you can get a great snapshot of what's going on in the atmosphere for you. But the Moon is here, letting you know that your intuitive gifts are greatly amplified at this time. Be paying attention to them. This is going to be your guiding star, your gift, however intuition flows through you. This is what you're going to want to come back to over and over again. So no matter how much information gets put down in front of you, shared with you, no matter how many options are presented to you by others, you're going to want to consult your inner guiding star in your intuition. Now the Moon is also kind of labeled as a card of shadow and deception. I don't buy into that. I really do feel that the Moon gives us a different perspective. There's alchemy on this card because it's borrowed light of the sun, and the Moon casts its own unique silvery glow, and it allows us to see things through contrast. Now, if shadow happens to show up in the contrast, it's there to illuminate you in a different way. So again, come back to your intuitive gifts. Accompanying this card is the Ace of Swords, which completely backs up the message that you're going to want to come back to your intuitive self over and over, because this is where the brilliant clarity is. The Ace of Swords does bring clarity, gets us to the heart of the matter, and it's your own inner voice, your own inner compass that's going to bring you there every single time. This is also a card of everlasting strength, and it's a divine and cosmic gift from the universe. So the universe is standing behind you with this beautiful intuitive Moon energy, and you're channeling the universe. How's that? This is your energy atmosphere for the entire month of November, Cancer. It's beautiful. Really beautiful. Okay, now let's get into the cards that are all about you. Relationship to self. Your first card is 5 of Pentacles. This is a card of non-conformity. I love this card. And look at that big, beautiful moon right there in the background of the card. 5 of Pentacles is a card that's labeled with the message of being left out in the cold or leaving oneself out in the cold. Sanctuary is available. Usually in a traditional deck, you see some sort of structure, a home, a church, something. A light is left on, and you know, a person can enter and find the sanctuary, get warmth, get food, get comfort, whatever that may be. But it usually comes with some kind of price or sacrifice. And this is not something at this time that you are feeling comfortable with within your own self. Remember, these cards are about relationship to self. So the Five of Pentacles has you considering conformity. Is it worth it to you? Is there a sacrifice when it comes to conformity that you are not in harmony with? Likely you're not. So again, you're going to want to come back to your Moon card and your Ace of Swords and run whatever choice stands in front of you through your intuitive gifts. This is really a message of following your heart, which is definitely on the Ace of Swords. You'll have brilliant clarity for following your heart and getting to the heart of a matter. All right, next coming with this is the Three of Pentacles. Beautiful card for you. I love that it's here because this tells us that you, Cancer, are turning inward toward your own self-mastery. Now, the Kings and Queens of Tarot bring us self-mastery messages, but the Three of Pentacles is a card of, typically we see an artisan carving some sort of sculpture, or building something, and it takes a master to do that. This is not something where the novice is called on, and that's just the message over here on your Moon and Ace of Swords. You're not a novice when it comes to your intuitive gifts, so we definitely want to apply that here with the Five of Pentacles because, again, that's a card of potential conformity. And you've had plenty of life experience of saying yes to things that you didn't want to say yes to, Cancer. So that's just the kind of sacrifice we're looking at here. Remember, it's all about relationship to self. And people pleasing is not necessarily the way into the heart of the matter for you. And while it may be difficult to push back against conformity, it's worth it to you every time because you've learned over time that this doesn't serve your higher or greater purpose. You don't feel fulfilled by it. And these cards are letting us know that you are much more interested in personal fulfillment at this time. You're not wanting to people please and sacrifice your own joy because it might make someone else happier. This doesn't feel right to you any longer. Next card is the Four of Swords. Beautiful message. I love it. It's, take a break, relax, and also someone else's pressure, someone else's emergency is not your pressure, nor is it your emergency. So respond rather than react is the message here in relationship to self. You do not have to jump on absolutely everything that's put before you. So consider this. And consider how you have done that in the past, and again, how that has served the higher or greater purpose or not. Now, the next three cards are all about your relationship to other. So, by other, I am speaking to the umbrella of all relationships. This could be between yourself and your beloved, your family, your friends, your career, how you are of service. So take this where it's most relevant for you. Your first card is the Queen of Cups. Well, here we go again with the intuition. When it comes to relationships, interpersonal relationships, communication, celebration, just sharing togetherness with the people who are nearest and dearest to you, you still want to have your intuition dialed right up. That's not really going to be a problem for you in the month of November. Again, we're saturated with Scorpio energy. However, we are coming into a retrograde, which can be a bit of a scramble for everybody's intuition. So our Four of Swords card here becomes even more of a gift to us. It's a strong foundation for us to rest on. We do not have to answer to anything immediately. And we will want to take the time to tune into our inner Queen of Cups. She's exceptionally loyal and friendly to those nearest and dearest to her. She is unconcerned with the material, which means that she's not going to be looking a whole lot at physical consequence. She's going to be looking much more at emotional consequence. And this is exactly where you want brilliant clarity, everlasting strength, and to take your own sweet-ass time making a choice. Do not be pushed into anything, Cancer. Next, we have the Nine of Wands. Yes, because that Nine of Wands energy is familiar to you. Every time you are pushed, you feel this burden. Now, the Nine of Wands is a super strong card. Like all the wands, it's passionate. And it is a tiny bit defensive, but it's also about achievement too. And so you may find that you are wanting to protect your achievements, which again has you deciding not to rush, not to conform, not to simply say yes because it pleases someone else and appears to ease the way. This is not where you're at within relationship with your own self or anyone else you are connected to. The Knight of Wands has you standing strong in your power, right in your center, living from your heart space and expressing your soul self through your heart space. It takes a lot of strength to do that because that can come off as confrontational, argumentative at times, and can put you in a position of appearing unapproachable. Yeah, it's not exactly comfortable, but it's so worth it for you because you've sacrificed all that in your spiritual journey previously on more than one occasion. You know it doesn't feel good. So it's taken quite the inner warrior to overcome this. So now you're not willing to compromise. You're not willing to be negotiated out of your truth, off your foundation, and most especially out of the soulful expression of your own beingness through your heart space. You're not having it. And it takes a Nine of Wands type person to stand in that kind of truth. And then coming with this, Nine of Pentacles, another 9, beautiful, lots of spiritual energy for you this month, Cancer. The Nine of Pentacles, this has you coming back to yourself, back to your own center. Yes, it's in the relationship to other part of the reading. However, this is how you maintain your Nine of Wands with such grace and serenity in the Nine of Pentacles. You've made that a real intangible thing, and you're not sacrificing it, which is so beautiful, and I'm excited for you. This creates happiness and real joy for you, staying true to yourself, staying true to your foundation, staying true to your heart, your self-mastery, your intuition, and your brilliant clarity. How beautiful is that? The Nine of Pentacles is also a great celebration card because while the woman on the card looks put together, independent, serene, and graceful, she's really wise and she has a wild streak, which I absolutely love about her and this card. So because you're staying true to you, Cancer, you're able to express and celebrate your inner Nine of Pentacles type of energy, and you are willing to allow your wild side some freedom and some liberation. That's fantastic. All right, let's do a couple of oracle cards for you. I have another deck here that's sort of new. I haven't used it on the channel here, but it's the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So we're going to ask what card is right for you. Oh, this is beautiful. I feel this for you too. You have the Keepers of the Earth card, Nine of Pentacles. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yeah, so this is your beloved family who may have crossed over. This is your guides, your angels, your intuitive guides that you channel. They are right here with you. And look at the angel with this person. It's beautiful. So beautiful. All right, I want to do an animal spirit oracle for you. This is an animal spirit you can work with through the month of November if it pleases you. And you have, this is so sweet, squirrel spirit. Believe in yourself. Yes, absolutely, because that is what will keep you out of the trap of conformity on the Five of Pentacles. This is exactly the kind of card that reminds you of what you're staying true to in your own heart space, how you're expressing your soul self, your beingness, and that's not something you want to compromise. All right, last card for you, Cancer, will come from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. What would the Angels and Ancestors like to share with Cancer for the month of November? This is so sweet. You get White Witch. Be the light. You are the light. That's what this message was all about. And you're a keeper of the light on earth. That's the feeling here. So Cancer, embrace your inner Nine of Pentacles and celebrate that all through the month. Stay connected to your brilliant clarity on that Ace of Swords. know the universe is supporting you and gifting you with really amplified divine intuition. Tune into it. All right, as always, do watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Please like, share, subscribe here on the channel. Deeply appreciated. And leave a comment if it's in your heart to do so. Bye for now, Cancer.